Dewa Dabdaba Mumpo Dewa Kari Ale
The Ubud Writers and Readers Festival returns with the theme Mulat Sarira, self-reflection, which is a Balinese Hindu philosophy, a spiritual principle of examining our actions, thoughts and values to ultimately build the deepest sense of self-understanding, wisdom and interconnectedness in the pursuit of Dharma, the truth. These are not normal times, and many of us are still trying to value and evaluate the turbulence of this journey to navigate a path to calmness, comfort and clarity. The festival will delve into self-reflection and beyond, into cultural introspection, human rights, animal rights, the environment, and to examine who we are, what unites and divides us, how we coexist on this planet, how we care for our planet. We will delve into tangible and imaginary landscapes across fields of dreams, of oceans, mountains, into deserted islands, ancient temples, jungles, forests, villages, cities, Bali, our beloved home, and Ubud, a place whose name simply means obat, medicine. To which parts of normal do we wish to return, and what lessons learned will we take into the future? Join us in a festival that promises to be extraordinary, because Bali is extraordinary.
We're gonna start settling in to your seats. For anyone that's here for Story and Sound. And just take a little time and relax into your seats. My friends over there in the sushi restaurant, can you hear me? Hello, beautiful room full of joyful hearts. I'm looking for a few friends. I think I lost them to the restaurants. We'll give it another couple minutes. You can grab your drinks. You're listening to Cello Mono. He captured my ears years ago in Ubud, walking down the street. I heard this melody on the wind, and I just absolutely started to kind of connect back to myself. I don't know, maybe I was feeling a little heady that day. But I followed the music because it just landed right in my heart. And lo and behold, there he was, playing this incredible sound. And here we are today. So happy. I think we're gonna get started, you guys. What do you think? Yeah? Okay, perfect. One more moment and we'll get started. Hello, everyone. Okay, in Bali, we get to do this barefoot. So thank you so much for your attention and just your time. Time is so invaluable these days when there's so many distractions, so many options. Even listening to people's stories, it's like, ah. And so what you received today was a gift when you came in. And in that gift bag, if everybody can look in that gift bag, there's a couple things in there. There's a lighter, which I would love for you to pull that lighter out. And if you're not opposed to lighting it, I'd love for you just to hold it up. Yes, that's so beautiful. Yeah. I wanted to bring back the old school way of showing when something resonates in your soul and you just feel it, and I just got goosebumps. And I wanted to allow the people that take the stage tonight to just quietly, gently see that something they've done is ignited just a little flame in you, or just a little stir. And that is your opportunity to kind of be seen and be heard and be part of setting the scene for us tonight. So please remember. And with this, I'm not going to do too much introductions. Tonight's going to be about stories unfolding, and in honor of the Ubud Writers Festival, we have this theme, Mulat Sarara. And because I don't know how to say it, I went around asking, locals and everyone, what does this mean to you? What does this Mulat Sarara mean to you? And I said, well, it's after I get in a fight with my wife. I take a moment and think. And some said it's actually looking at nature and the practice, reminding ourselves to look at nature and practice this reflection. And everybody had something different to say. And I thought about it. And I thought, every story, well, we're all walking stories, but every story, there's a moment where the character has this opportunity to reflect and to choose a new direction or a new path for something new to emerge. And so here we are. This is the stage tonight where stories of something new unfolds in different expressions, through music, through movement, through words, through just being in your presence, through you guys. So thank you for your attention. I'm going to invite Adine up to the stage. Thank you, Cello Mano, who's going to stay on the stage as well. And I'm going to let them have the stage, but of course I have to say one thing that's on my heart. I don't believe that we really, walking through this life as a solo person, we can control a lot of our environments, but when we jump into a pair, things get out of control. So we don't always know what's going to happen. So I really invited a lot of pairs up tonight, because when two things emerge, it becomes very spontaneous. And tonight is about listening and about creating something new. So enjoy, everyone. Thank you for your attention.
Hello, good evening, selamat malam, buenas noches. Hey. Okay, my name is Adin. First, I'm gonna say thank you to Jennifer with the Storystation. And of course to Ubud Writers Festival, finally, and this lovely place, beautiful place, park. I always wish to had a performance in here, and finally I did it. Thank you. And to all of you in here for coming, thank you so much. So I've got an opportunity to play with my lovely brother in here, Selomano, and to be involved with this event. And I need to tell a story, which is, wow, okay. I'm a musician, but telling a story, and I need to speak. Okay, so here it is. Okay, I'm just gonna tell a story about a traveler musician. So he traveled to a lot of countries, islands, and he always bring his guitar. Like me. Okay. And then one day, he arrived in some island, a very mysterious island, which is he don't know like this island is. And he went to the city, and he surprised more because the buildings, the architect, it's kind of like an Arabic influence, and he get more curious, and then he go inside to the city, and he met the people with the brown skin, and surprisingly the people has the blue eyes, like really colorful. And then wow, he just amazed with what he see on that moment. So he keep walking, passing through the market, and then he smells the market. The market smells, right? It's many things. And he keep walking, and then there's a kid, a lot of kids, like 5 or 6 kids, coming to him because they know he's not from the city, and they look to this guy with a smile, with a white teeth smile, keep smiling, and he just feeling so happy, like with the welcoming like that, And then he kept walking, and he just saw a park, and he want to go to that park, and then he go to that park, and he saw a water fountain in the middle, and he decide to sit over there, and then he sit, and then he just feel, when he just like thinking, like after he traveled so many times, so many islands, so many cities, and he looked to the sky, like blue sky. Even you can see stars a little bit over there. That's like amazing, and it inspired him to play his guitar. And he just take out the guitar from the case, and when he want to start to play, suddenly he smell a flower, strong smells of flower, and he just curious, like, where is the smell from, And then he look at the left, I take a look at the right. Oh, on the right is really strong, and he keep looking to the right, and he see a silhouette of a girl, like on and off, in and out. It's look like dancing. So, and then he keep his eyes to see that silhouette, and the silhouette is become more clear about the posture of the girl, and it's like giving him a whisper. Like suddenly the whisper is getting stronger, and inspired him to start to play without he realized. And the sound is like this. Thank you so much. Mina, ladies and gentlemen. And Salomano. And me, Adin. Okay, back to Jennifer. Where is Jennifer? Oh, over there. Okay.
I often, we often think that the stories are just words and they're made for a book, but stories are like inside us. It's the way we walk. It's the way we say hello or good morning. And they're all captured in tiny little memories that make up who we are. So thank you so much. Thank you, Mina. And movement is such a powerful way for you to continue to share your stories. So I would love to bring up a very brave young woman whom I'm so inspired by because she reminds all of us of just sitting and writing and being creative in our rooms when we were kids. And she's so brave to take the stage tonight. So I would like for Sky to come up and share. She's an author. She wrote a book at 11, and she's now 13. So I want you to give her the warmest welcome. Can I use that chair instead? And let's have Sky come to the table, to the stage.
Stay close.
Check, check. If I was Sky, check. Can you guys hear me good? What if I'm reading?
Hi, everybody. I'm so nervous. I'm Sky, and I'm 13 years old, and I'm here to share my book, Grace's Powerful Wonders, what I wrote at the age of 11. So my inspiration to write this, is that every time I write, I can make my own fairy tale. I can make any of my dreams come true, and I can make any character come to life, and this is something very special for me. So yeah, I'm gonna start reading. How it all began. It all started on an icy cold morning. The golden rays from the sun shone through the thin curtains of my room. I looked outside to see our happy horses lazily grazing on the green grass. I heard the birds sing their peaceful melody that could have drifted me back into the magical but awkward dream, but instead I began to hear my mum singing. A few pages later. The real story. I woke in fear, nearly tumbling out of bed. How did I get into this bed? I definitely wasn't outdoors, laying on the uncomfortable Mother Earth. Instead, I was lying indoors, cozy, warm. And standing before me was the lady and man in my dream. I felt lots of fear and many uncomfortable feelings running through me, like, had I been kidnapped? A few pages later. Here. Once again, I looked around at my room. Maybe I could find a secret passageway. This was fairyland after all. I scanned every part of the room, looked under every picture, and touched every brick. All I found was an old book that looked about 200 years old. I felt destroyed, like I would live a long, unhappy life with no family and no one to love me. A few pages later. I am coming. How am I ever going to find my family now? We'll surely just rot away here. This is all your fault, Fernie. I should have never listened to you with your lucky left thing. We're totally doomed. A few pages later. Okay. I took careful steps closer and closer to the hole. I tilted my head, slowly trying to not make big movements. Soon I could see a little orange fluffy head with big crystal blue eyes. I leaned a little more forward to get a closer look, and my mind was blown by what my 2 eyes saw. A little orange fluffy tiger baby. But not a normal tiger baby, a tiger baby with big silver wings. He squealed in pain and fluttered his wings, trying to escape this deep hole. Oh no, his wing is hurt, I said with a worried glance. Dave and Kingfisher came over where I was standing and looked inside the hole. Oh my God, it's a flying beast, said Kingfisher. It's not a beast, it's a beautiful creature, and it's badly hurt. We have to help him. A few pages later. The golden rays of the sun shone through the thin curtains of my room. I looked outside to see our happy horses lazily grazing on the green grass. I could hear the birds sing their peaceful melody that could have drifted me back into the magical but awkward dream I was in last night. But was it a dream? I felt a little tongue lick the side of my head and turned around, and standing before me was a little orange kitten. It looked so familiar, but I didn't know where it came from. The end. Also, now I'm going to just read a poem I wrote 6 months ago. It was my first poem I ever wrote. And I was sitting in my room with cushions and on the cold tile floor. And this poem is about a melody. And my inspiration for this was that music is such a big guide worldwide, and it can really help us get over difficult times. And you know, lyrics and the beats of music, it's just so special. So yeah, I'm gonna read this to you guys. A melody. Notes wind up and down the page. A melody is getting made. We write about a cascade so far away, a fairy tale that we create by just walking in a gate of imagination. I write about a revolution and how we can all be a part by just opening our hearts. We can make a state of art. You are our star with a voice that we need to hear, even through the loud chaos that pulls us apart. Obliterating is a pain we need to face. We've all made mistakes. So make the lyrics, sing it loud with a beat that can help you release, because music is a guide worldwide.
Oh my goodness. Take the moment on that stage. Just take a moment. It's pretty awesome, isn't it? To be able to share. How's the view?
It's great. It feels so high. I feel so high. Yeah. I just want to thank everybody for being such a great audience and being so patient. And yes, and for Jennifer, who really helped me get this all together. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. Come on. Yeah. What a joy to sit with a young and open heart who is already so wise and, putting it on the page and seeing how writing and the creative expressions in music can just blow us up and lift us up and unite us. So I wanted you guys to be able to witness that I got to sit with her every day. And the lighter, Sunny. Look at Sunny over here. Turn around. Check this guy out. That's her brother. And he's got that lighter. And someone should get a photo of that guy. Please do. Please do. Keep holding that up until he gets a snap of you. Oh, one more time. Light that thing. You represent all of us, because we don't get to stand on tables. But you do. Thank you. So I would love for, actually, this night would not be complete with a little bit more poetry. and especially from someone that is really driving a movement for others to be able to share the stage as well. And so I would like to invite Virginia up on the stage, who so willingly I met last night, and I actually invited her to share. So if you'd like to come up on stage, and then Adine, where are you? Maybe you can actually accompany her with your musical serenades if you're out there somewhere. Yeah, stand, sit.
Sit, I guess.
Okay, it's up to you.
Thank you.
Well, we'll just, we have music in our hearts. I think he's going to be bummed he missed the opportunity.
All right. Thank you so much, Jennifer. This is quite spontaneous. Everything is so spontaneous tonight. Hello, everyone. My name is Virginia, and I'm from Unspoken Bali Poetry Slam. So yesterday in this space, we had a poetry slam for women, specifically women poetry slam, Woman of Words, they call it. And I read the poem last night, and then that's how we met with Jennifer. And then everything is happening so fast, and then now I get to read again on this stage, but a little bit different setting. Usually on a poetry slam, I want to ask if anyone has been to a poetry slam before? Oh yeah, quite a few. Oh, that's great. And for those of you who haven't, so poetry slam is quite a trick for the organizers to get people to read poetry, actually. And after the poet read the poetry, and then usually there will be volunteers of judge. They will put up scores. For some people would think of it as quite an intimidating thing, but the first time I did it, I mean, it sure was intimidating. However, it was also kind of like a feedback system for you as well, and feeling appreciated after reading the poem. Oh, hi, Adine. No worries. So, the first time I joined Poetry Slam is also because of this festival back in 2017. And then in 2018, me and my friends who are also coming from this festival, so thank you so much for this festival who creating this space for the Poetry Slam. Me and my friends started Unspoken Bali Poetry Slam because we want Poetry Slam to be happening more, not just once a year. And we want to bring the Poetry Slam literally around Bali, and we move to different cities, to Sanur, to Singaraja, to Ubud, to different other cities that we could throughout the year. And then we collect them all who have presented in other cities at the end of the year and make like a grand Poetry Slam. So that's what we usually do. And we call ourselves Unspoken because we want to create the space for everyone to speak the unspoken, to have a limitless space for you to speak out unspoken feelings and thoughts, something like that. And as for tonight, I'm going to read a poem that I just recently finished, actually. I called it Heritage. I pray for you, brother and sister. In this moment that barbed wires lift off of your heart and soul, living your life in peace and set free. Maybe it's because I was born before the sun was awake. That mother well planted a seed of fear of the sun. That the damage of his kiss was something to be warned against. I was then when I learned how to shield myself from the sun. It's not too late, my mom thought. I was smothered in anything labeled whitening. Daki kabeh nindo, delok nona aku iki celong ra gelem koyo londo ngono. Like the fair Dutch, she said. It's on the same year when I learned that you can hardly find anything without the whitening label in the store. And as the beauty guru that she is, Mother blessed me with all the magic potions she could get her hands on to me. On a lunchtime on a Sunday, my best friend and I just finished playtime. And then Mother praised how pronounced the bones of her cheeks and again called her Chantik. And all my youth, I spent time pinching my cheeks in the mirror to appear Chantik. Chantik is all I want to be, the message Mom scripted into my brain. I was 16 when I finally got the sharpest bone on the cheek in the house, but still Mother left a little footnote. Do you remember the seed I gave you? Why don't you water them nicely? So I guess when the queen demands you to look pretty, she meant 3 layers of foundation, and she meant pointy, rosy cheeks, and she meant hold your breath and hold this around your waist and long sleeves and hats and take the umbrella with you. No. Ngayal ko Eki. I didn't water the seed. I was in the flag troops almost every morning. I joined the student march every Saturday noon. I took swimming lessons while the sun is still roaming the sky. Mother and I don't talk like we used to after high school. I have all the power to blame Mom as if I can blame God for the skin, for this body. Leaving the house, I have been relearning. I have been relearning how to repot myself from the plastic into the terracotta pot. Mix the soil so I'm not just growing but thriving. My body is a garden. Mother may have taught me how to bleach the melanin she inherited to me. And there are days when I still wish I could turn the seed into, what's a white color flower? A jasmine? There are days I wish I could turn myself into a jasmine, but I wouldn't trade anything than becoming a petunia, than becoming the night tulip that I am. Some flowers, they don't just bloom in the sun, they sparkle. I forgive myself to take 20 years to unlatch the last piece of skin of the seed I outgrew. I don't look for the moles on weekends, Mom. Not anymore. I don't look for hills and waves, and it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, but I would dive into the pool of acceptance, that I would be drinking my inspirations from the pool of fearless queens with Alice Walker, Lizzo and Cardi B and Susie Pujiastuti, and which I hope you would join to. I have made my peace with the sun, and yes, I was born before the sun was awake, so I have acknowledged and appreciated how stunning the reflected color of the sun kisses on my skin, and just like the moon, I am infinite. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. So I would like to invite everybody to maybe just take a few minutes. We'll go into a little bit of an intermission. I know you guys are like, we just got started. But we're going to actually get the stage ready for an ensemble of music. And I would love for us to just, you can stay in your seats, you can relax, whatever you want to do. But we'll just take, 10 minutes, if that's okay with everybody. Yeah? Okay. So thank you for your attention again. We'll come back with some music and a little bit more, and then we'll come back with something else. Surprise, surprise. If you feel like looking at your gift bag and you look at these little cards, I just want to tell you that these story game cards that I've made, they have an order, there's a number on them. And over the last year, I've actually studied what it takes to help people learn how to tell stories. And I found a really beautiful formula, and I put them so easy into 8 cards that any age can learn. So I wanted to give you that gift to take home with you if you feel like, doing it over the little break, we might invite you up to share, but you don't have to. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you, guys. So enjoy those cards. They will be a very incredible way for you to start to learn to share and just give you confidence. Anyway, let's take a break. Yeah? Good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you again. Might I mention, while they're kind of setting things up, Virginia has an event here tomorrow, and it would be beautiful if anybody here is in Ubud to join that. It's going to be here at Park, and it's going to be a night of poetry. Is it a poetry slam? It's a poetry slam. First hand right here. So you're invited at 6 tomorrow? 6 tomorrow. Part of the Ubud Writers Festival. Yes. Perfect.
Aceh. Okay, thank you. Dear guests, thank you for coming to Park Hill. We are really happy to see you today in this beautiful evening, and the new faces, new guests. We are really appreciate to see you, all of you. And sorry if I make some mistakes in my. Yeah, and yeah, thank you for coming again. We are open every day from 10 till 10. We have free co-working space, we have 3 restaurants, we have big wellness building with spa, with sauna, with new gym, and we are very happy to see you every day in Park Hill, all of you with your families, and special for today, for this evening, and for you, we are walking outside in the pool bar, in the pool area. Today's special menu, grill bar, craft beer also, because today International Oktoberfest Day. Also, yeah. Yeah, we are in Ubud in Bali, but yeah, all people drink and and get drunk today. Yeah, and yes, today we have also this how it's called possibility. Yes, and yes, please, I also invite you, maybe after event, invite you to our open grill bar outside. And thank you, and please continue and enjoy this evening, and thank you for coming again, and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the 3rd part of this event, and yep. Thank you.
Okay, you guys. So inside your little gift bag is something I put in there called a wild card. And what I'm going to invite you to do with that wild card is, it also says transition on it, because every story needs a transition. Like Sky's story, when she was reading many pages later. And it's oftentimes that we forget to use these transitions. So in there is a wild card, and it's, I think, number 8 towards the end. And I want to invite you at some point to take a photo of that and then write a wild transition on it. And then, of course, put it in your story on Instagram if you have Instagram. And definitely tag me, storystation.co, and you'll see that on the bottom of the card. So look for the wild card. You want to take a photo of that wild card and write one line that's just like a transition line. Those transitions are like, she blinked and 10 years went by, for example. Another transition is, oh, let me back up here. I don't know what I'm talking about. I use that one a lot. Actually, because I usually don't know what I'm talking about. But these are like lines that you can really put in your pocket for any time you're giving a talk or you're telling stories. But if you have a transition line in your back pocket, you never get lost. So anyway, I invite you to put something really wild on there and tag me, and then we'll have a compilation of all of them together, and that will build this kind of fun little wild card story. So if you are chilling out, looking at your phone, swiping, whatever, then definitely take a photo of that wild card and just write something on it. I would be very curious to see what your imaginations come up with. So, got it? Yeah, okay. All right, so I think we are it looks like we're about set up here. And I think the musicians are at the bar. Let me just go get them. Oh, there they are. I'm just joking. You're like, no, I don't drink. I'm a new, okay. So, yeah, I want to invite you guys to the stage. The Storystation events came to be about a year ago, and they really came to be like rooftops and pop-ups. And Cello Mano has been at every single event, and we finally got him to talk towards the last few. So we're going to ask each musician to share a little bit about what it is to create, where they get inspiration, because it's in that inspiration where something new comes to be. So we have Adine over here on the guitar, Agustian, who I haven't had the privilege of hearing as much, and it's going to be incredible. I cannot wait. And then Cello Mano. And they'll lead us whenever they're ready.
Check.
I would love for the guys to have mics. We can get them all microphones.
Check. Okay, I'm back. Okay, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Ubud Writers. And thank you, Park, Ubud. Yeah, for sure we're gonna go to the bar after this. It's a good promotion. Okay, so okay, so I'm super excited because of these two gentlemen in here. I have a long of history with Agustian and also with Cello Mano. Most of time, like since 3 years, I think like we've been playing in some time in some events. And Agustian is especially with the sound healing. He's super amazing. And you see all the stuff. I cannot wait to play with him now, but I need to say something. Okay, so what are we gonna do is, of course, it's gonna be total improvisation, but we're gonna have a red line in here. So, like long time ago, the musicians and like composers, they love to go to the forest and to hear the nature, and then some of the compositions being made because of the inspiration that coming from the nature, like sound of the trees, the leaf, and then the wind and the birds. It's like orchestrated actually. So I read this like from, I think, Beethoven, that before he did Symphony No. 9. So for me it's very inspiring to know about how musicians, composers, especially coming from the classical music, it's not popular music. On that time it's popular. So they've been doing something like this, which is now I'm in Ubud, in Bali, surrounded by nature, and I can take a lot of things from there. So we're gonna go back to that, and we're gonna bring something coming from the quotes from Miles Davis. Is a legendary trumpet player, jazz trumpet player. He said something like this: don't play what you think, but play what you hear. So now, because I sometimes can distract you, and then it's not music, literally, you need to listen from your ear, and then you need to express it and play everything from what you hear. So now, like, we're gonna listen each other. I'm gonna listen to Agustian, I'm gonna listen to Cello Mano, and they are also gonna do the same. Are you gonna say something?
Thank you very much. I'm very happy we can reunite
again after we've been hiding all this way. Yes, what I like to share a story of this bamboo flute. This is, I was born in Sumatra, and it's in the jungle in Sumatra. And then this bamboo is coming from the river where I used to learn how to swim and little hunting and something like that. And then some years ago, there is a big euphoria happening in my hometown, which is they find a gold, the real gold. And in the same time, I was come visiting home, and I always go into jungle and spend some time in river and things like that. And they think I was also joining them. My people in my hometown know since little I'm a little bit different, bit crazy, yes. And when I go to the jungle, they think, oh, he loved the gold also. But when they saw me, I coming home carrying a bunch of bamboo, one of this bamboo is here, they was like, why you not pick up the gold? And something happened, I feel like yes, I said, brothers, just keep the gold in the land, because if you keep the gold, it will be beautiful. But if you take the gold out, then you sell the gold, maybe you can buy one motorbike, you buy happiness for just a moment. But this bamboo is my gold, which one day I will make a beautiful sound from this bamboo, and it's endless, it's infinite gold, my true gold, which I'm happy to share it tonight also with you.
Hello. What can I say? Once again, it's a pleasure to share a space with Jennifer. I know all the effort and all the work that you put on all these events. So it's always a blessing, and super grateful for all the support you all giving us all the time. I'm not too much of a talker. I've never been. Sometimes I think that being introverted is a blessing as much as a curse, And yeah, I just want to share a little bit of my connection with music and how I connect with people. Is the most comfortable way for me to connect with people is through music. Music is the space where I feel comfortable, where I feel safe, and it doesn't take too much for me to get into that place. I just need to sit down and grab my instrument and close my eyes and start just feeling instead of just overthinking all the time. So every opportunity I have to sit down and play, I just take it. And I try to enjoy it the most, because I know it's the only moment I'm going to have to be with myself. So I hope you all like what we're going to improvise today. We don't know what we're going to do. We're just going to feel each other and listen to each other. Thank you.
Right.
Kind of got to just sit there with that for a minute and realize that that was just all listening. Something, an art that sometimes we lose is the listening and getting the chance to listen and play with one another. Thank you so much. So I think what we're going to do right now is I'm going to read you something, and then we're going to have our very last beautiful performance of the evening. So I'm not a poet. I don't really write as much as I talk. So I'm just going to try to go with it. Kind of wrote it with everybody in mind tonight. Kind of just sat with what was on my heart. And let's see if I can see the fine print. Our stories are unfolding with every step, okay, Sky, I'm going to use your line many pages later. Okay, I'm going to start over. Our stories are unfolding with every step. Even moonwalking is an onward motion. The mirror, a timekeeper, a measure, a reminder, a reflection. Our souls shielded in a human body, adventuring into its limits. We stand in the middle of yesterdays and tomorrows, always a pen in hand. We rewrite our bygones and dream up our afterwards, choosing the meaning of moments to let go of, dismantling the younger versions of ourselves, taking our places. But nature, the giver, the teacher, does it follow the same rules? Do the trees have a map of stories that the seed predetermines? If the ocean is given a choice, is it given a choice what it becomes when it merges with the wind? Do we spend substantial amounts of time redrafting what is already a bestseller? Mulat Serera, A Moment of Reflection. Every character in a story stands in the middle of a compass, a radius pointing true north. We pick a direction, and then we forget, and then we remember, and then we forget, and then we remember. A rumination, a meditation that gently leads us forth. The amnesia, a gift as a discovery of something new. Inside your gift is a lighter. I think please ignite a flame for me tonight and for all of the artists and for all of the musicians and the dancers and the dancer to come. Just light that fire and light that flame and think to yourself, We are all artists, music makers, dancers, writers, pioneers, gatherers, producers, and of course, nature is watching with old wise eyes and a smile, as if all of this is a deja vu. So, thank you. Inspired by our Uluwatu Writers Group. Thank you, Jessica. So I would love to have our final beautiful expression of the night. Remember, these are stories unfolding. You should be able to feel the difference between something old and something new in all of these. So with that being said, I think we're going to have Agustian stay on the stage. And I think Adine and Chelamano, if you want, we can just make space. If you can just help move the wires away and just make the stage. Would you help me with that one? Just really make the space for the next artist. Okay? Yeah, hold on. So how are you guys liking this night, huh? You liking it? Amazing artists, amazing musicians. I'm just blown away that I get to be in the presence. That was Mina earlier. She was dancing. I'll get to share with you guys all of these beautiful artists. And we are going to welcome Kadek Anna. Thank you.
Thank you again, Jennifer. Thank you for inviting us. And the story of this dancing is a story about the way of life. Rembulan purna temanilah malam yang dingin. Dan gemintang datang bergelantungan berkerlipan dari kejauhan. Temani aku menuju pagi hingga berganti dengan matahari. Matahari, matahari, matahari. Oi sangkan paraning dumadi Hung Ahung Sang Hyang Anu Agung. Hanacaraka datang sawala pada jayana mangga batanga Satchitananda para Brahma Purusottama Paramatma Sri Bhagavati Samhita Bhagavate Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheswara Guru Saksa Para Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Kade Ana. And my name Agustian Supriyatna, and yes, thank you very much for this beautiful event and sharing amazing story. Thank you, Jennifer, and thank you, Storystation, and also Ubud Writers Festival, and have a beautiful festival. Thank you.
That is the story of life. Thank you so much to all of you, all the artists, all the storytellers, and for the attentive audience. You guys are part of the stories unfolding tonight as we're all kind of reacting and bumping into each other and just navigating through life in the same plane. You're more than welcome to go to the Ubud Artisan Market. They have a lot of activities even at this time, right? I think so, yeah. They have movies and films and like just a huge, wonderful, celebrative, just smiles everywhere. So please think about sending me your wild card photo. I would love to see your little transition lines. And once again, is there anything I'm forgetting? Is there anything I'm forgetting? Anybody? Is there something I'm forgetting? Thank you, Sky. Thank you, audience. Thank you, Melanie, Jessica. Gosh, everybody I could name. Okay, if I'm forgetting anything, it's now all of our problems, not just mine, because we kind of agreed that I'm not forgetting anything. So, okay, thank you to the sound guys. Thank you to Irma at Ubud Writers. Thank you to Andre, who helped me all day today, and all of the beautiful souls that lifted me up and supported me as well. As you know, producing an event and also putting things together requires a give and a receiving, and I'm working on the receiving. And thanks to you guys, I think I'm doing a better job at it. So, okay. Have a beautiful night and let the stories unfold. Thank you.